I hope that everyone can see my screen. Kindly unmute and just share if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. So today's class is Microsoft AI for leaders in retail, and I believe that for some time now we have been on Microsoft Copilot, so this shouldn't really be a new thing to us, and we'll be using the Microsoft Scenario Library. We'll be doing Discover Industry and role-based use cases. So the first thing that we can do, or the top 10 to try first with our Microsoft 365 Copilot, are all these. We can recap a meeting. So in this, you can draft an email with notes and action items for meeting. So assuming that your organization has held a meeting and you didn't take note of some key information, so you want to maybe want to understand what went wrong, you can use Copilot embedded in Teams to be able to draft an email with all the notes that was all everything that was spoken in that meeting. So it says recap a meeting. Let Copilot keep track of key topics and action items so you can stay focused during the meeting and avoid listening to the recording later. So assuming that recording has been done, but you don't really want to listen to it, you can just issue a prompt to say that, oh, Copilot, I want you to draft this meeting with notes and also action item, and it would give you all that, and you'll be able to know what happened, or you'll be able to understand what happened in that meeting. Also, you can use this in the Outlook. You can su summarize an email thread. So which means that when you have your Microsoft 365 with your Copilot and there is Outlook embedded in it, you can just click on the summarize icon and to give you a summary of all that email. Maybe that email is so long, you don't really have time to sit down and then read everything. It will give you the summation of all that what was written, and then you can have your life easier, or it will make your work easier. You can also use that to draft an email. So maybe you want to send an email to maybe your store, or it says draft an email to this person that informs them that project X is delayed 2 weeks. Make it short and casual in tone. Maybe you don't have words in order to draft that email. You can just issue a prompt to the Copilot and say that, oh, I want you to create this email for me. And it will even create it. Maybe you want it in a professional tone, it can do that. If you want it in a friendly or casual tone too, that can happen for you. And it says, sorry, a document. Get right down to business by summarizing long documents and focusing on the relevant selection. So if you have the Copilot, you can just upload a file and get a summation of everything of what was written in that document, even before reading it. Or if you feel that, oh, this document is too long and I would just want just bulleted list of what was written in it, you can just send that document into Copilot and to give you a bulleted list of everything that has been written in that file. So it makes your life easier. I want us to do something with the fourth item on the list. I'll just take in one file and then I'll do a summary of that so that we see how that looks. So I'll stop sharing my screen, and then once I get that file, I'll just share my screen again so that you see what I mean with the summation of the documents. Thank you. So I'll be right back, and I'll mute myself for now too.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Hello. I'll be with you. I want to share my screen on how to do the submission of the document. So I'm just doing that. So kindly give it a minute.
All right.
Right. Thank you.
All right.
Can you kindly see my screen? All
Yes, I
right.
can see your screen now.
Okay. So with that, I'm taking one document and I'll ask you to summarize whatever was written in that document. Because of some GDPR, I wouldn't want to use a real document. I'm just using something I wrote. I did just this morning. So it has AI for business analyst. So I can just give it a prompt and say that I want it to give me what is written in that document. So in here, I just had the document. It was titled AI for Business Analyst, right? And it doesn't have any content. It only has AI for Business Analyst. So it just gave me what the document says. So it's what shows in here. Kindly give me a moment. I'll share my screen again. In the four, that get right to business. Get right down to business by summarizing long documents and focusing on the relevant sections. So in here, I just gave the co-pilot a prompt and it gave me what I needed. So it also says that it can tell you about a topic or a project, as well as give you ideas for, and so it says boost your creativity with ideas for your work, such as agendas, product names, social media posts. So you send or you take out or you give the co-pilot a file and then you ask that, oh, based on this file, give me some creativity ideas on my work. So maybe you have given it a file, it has all your project name. You say, oh, give me a compiling name for my project. Also, give me product name, give me social media post. This it's generated to make your life easier, to make work easier. So this would give you everything you need based on the prompts that you have given to the co-pilot. It also has help me write. So you can use the word in the 365 Copilot to create a document. So it says jumpstart creativity and write and edit like a pro by getting first drafts in seconds. So you want to create some drafts, you don't know where to start from. You can use the word in Copilot to be able to do that. But this comes with the license. So if you don't have certain license, you won't get certain functions like the recap a meeting or summarize the email thread. So it also says you can use it to if maybe there is a meeting or you can't remember what someone said, you can use it to ask, you can use Copilot chat to ask what they said, and it will give you a recap of whatever was said during a meeting or during maybe you had a conference or anything that you wanted to do. Based on that prompt, it will work. So it also says that you can use the Copilot to generate or fix formulas in Excel. So we have the Copilot embedded in Excel, and you can give it a prompt. Maybe you have data in the Excel and you don't know how to go about the data, you can ask the Copilot to then fix or create or build formulas in that Excel and to give you based on what you have asked it to do. And it says translate. So you can see that Copilot is here to make our lives easier based on whatever we want to do. It says what? Translate a message. So if maybe you want to address someone or you are a customer service personnel and someone came to you, the person wrote an email in French or something, or you got an email in French and you don't really understand it, you can just give that email to Copilot and it will just translate everything. So it's here to make our lives easier, our work easier. And those of us in the retail section, it's here to make our lives very easy based on the prompts and based on the license that we do have. So let's move on from here. So in here, we have the AI journey, right? We have the AI journey. And it says grow value from a base of solid usage and individual productivity, and then extend through agents to impact organizational KPIs. So we have the organizational value, we have the fractional value, and the individual value. Organizational value means that we can use this AI agent in our organizations. The functional value simply means that we can use it to create a departmental agent. So maybe you have an HR, you want to have an HR agent, you can use the Copilot agent to create that HR agent to be able to answer people's queries. Or you are a customer service personnel and your company wants to have an AI customer service bot, you can customize that agent to suit your organizational needs. So if maybe it's HR assistant, once you create that agent, you will give it prompt and it would answer based on the information that it has been fed with, right? And we have the individual value. Individual means that yourself or everyone or each person. So here you can create a chat or you can create a bot for yourself, or maybe you can even use the prompt gallery, which is in the Copilot studio or the Copilot, the Microsoft Copilot. So with that, I want to do one for the individual value in the Microsoft 365 Copilot. So kindly give me a minute. I'll stop sharing this and then share my Copilot so that you all see what I'm referring to. So maybe you woke up, right? And you want to know ideas to work in your department. Maybe you are an IT expert or you are a store manager. You want to know how you can improve on your department or what value you can add to your department. This individual value here. So you can say, I am a store manager of ABC company, and I want I want some information in order to thrive in my department. So in here, it's stating that if I want if I want to thrive in my department, I can focus on inventory, right? And it's even telling me that I can use the AI to focus demand and also optimize stock levels. So in here, it's even showing that, hey, to make your life easier, just use AI tools, right? It can also say that for me to thrive in my area or my department, I have to analyze customer feedback using sentiment analysis tools and also personalized promotion based on customer purchase history. So it's giving me everything that I can do to be able to thrive in my department. So I'll stop sharing this for now and we can move on from there. So it says, autonomous agents is industry use cases. So in here we explain that the organizational value in here means that AI agents that you can use in your organization. So it says that the autonomous agents are smart AI helpers that work on their own, right? So they use real-time data, they use algorithms, and they also use predictive analysis to be able to work on their own. So if I'm giving an example, the AI you have customized that AI in your organization, and that AI has been customized to be able to predict inventory needs, and also auto check other stocks. We can track the current stock levels by monitoring how the stock is in that shelf. So if maybe you wanted to be able to know that, okay, this amount of, maybe you sell cans of drinks and you want, they are 10, and you have been able to give that data to the AI, and one has been taken from the shelf, the AI should be able to then say that, okay, so right now first it was 10, but right now it is 9. How can that track? So maybe you used a weight sensor. You put a weight sensor under all those cans, which would give that information to the AI. Once one has been taken from that shelf, the weight sensor should be able to detect that, one has been taken from that shelf. So instead of 10, you have 9. So you have to restock, or you have to add 1 for that 10 to be completed. That's what we mean with the autonomous agent. With the role-based agent, we can create a customer service bot. After we create it, once you give it information on what to say, once an employee comes into that customer service bot and asks a question, it should be able to gain an answer based on what the employee has asked. So assuming the customer service bot, and I've been given them the information about my company. My company is company ABC, and I've been given information. And another customer comes in and states, oh, I need information on company ABC. It should be able to generate information and say, oh, company ABC is situated at this. We have this, we do this. So that is the role-based agent. And individual is what we just did. So that when we use it in our life, we use it to ask the co-pilot everything. We ask it for questions, we ask for answers, we ask it you we would need it to be able to generate information on anything that we ask. So basically that is that. So the effort level for each scenario. And before we start with all this, effort in here, if you want to start your AI, right? Or if you want to start using AI tools, the picture shows 4 different levels of how much work it takes. The first one is start, which is the easy mode, and it's for beginners. So it said your first start into generative AI, which is included in the Microsoft 365. So, and it uses built-in AI tool. So in here, you just give it a prompt and it just give you information based on whatever you have stated. No need to code, no need to do anything. It's just easy. You ask for something, gives you the information right back. So it states that the Microsoft 365 Copilot chat is an example of the stats. So it's embedded in the apps, the 365 apps. So maybe the Teams, the Outlook, the Excels, the Word is in there to make your life easier. Then we have the buy. So with this buy means that you would have to buy the 365 before you get some some something that you want to do. So it's like the play and play mode. So it's for companies wanting ready-made AI bots. So maybe if your company, since it's a retail, you have the customer service, you have the procurement department, you have the HR department, you have the IT. So you buying the product, it will give you already built-in AI tool that you can use. So maybe you have Power BI, you have Dynamic 365 and which comes with CRM and all that. So these are already inbuilt AI tools that you buy, and then once that has been done, you can use them. Then we have the extend. So that one, you have to tailor your data systems and workflow via agents. So this is where the Copilot Studio comes in. So in here, you don't have to write any programming language to be able to create an agent. An agent means that something that you create that would give you information based on what you are asking it to do. So here it says low code agent or purchased AI apps and agents. So an example is a role-based copilot agent. So you can create the HR assistant, like I stated, or the customer service assistant. SharePoint agent, we have the agent builder and Copilot Studio. So with the Copilot, you can create the AI agent from there. And we have build. This is where it needs technical expertise. So you have to know how to do machine learning and all that. And we can use the Azure AI Foundry. So in this place, you'll be able to create AI application using machine learning. So in here, so it starts from the easy one to the more technical one. So the easy one, you don't need to have any knowledge of code. You just ask the Copilot for what you need, and it just gives you. The buy, you have to buy, and it would then give you already built-in AI tools. With the extend, you have to customize what your data and your systems with the agent, right? And the build is where the technical bit comes in. So you are building that agent from scratch using what the machine learning. So I'm giving an example with all that. With the start, you can ask the Copilot summarize an email or anything based on what you want. With the buy, you can ask the Copilot to autofill CRM notes after calls. So with the Dynamic 365, it comes with a CRM, right? So after maybe you have bought that and your company is using that CRM, you can ask the Copilot to be able to autofill the CRM after calls, right? And the extend, you are using the Copilot Studio to create customer service bots. So in here, once you have bought that Copilot Studio and you have that, you can be able to create that customer service agent that would be able to answer queries or what help you with complaints. And with the build, you are building maybe an app that would take inventory, an app that would sell products to someone, or an AI app, the smart one using machine learning. So in all this, the most technical one is the build, right? And the most easy one is the start. So in here, we are going to use AI use cases for retail. So we have the overview and KPIs. It says KPIs plays a crucial role in the sector, providing a compass to navigate towards success. Let's dive into KPIs for retail and how AI can assist. It says use case by role. AI can simplify the tasks that retail pros perform every day. Look at key use cases and how copilots and agents can assist along the way. See how real life retail pros are using AI in their day to day. So we have the goals and challenges. The retail industry plays a significant role in the global economy and is impacted by spending patterns, economic conditions, and global inflation. Focus is on improving inventory management and efficiency, optimizing their supply chain, analyzing and monitoring inventory and forecast, and hiring and retaining frontline workers. So in here, it says that because the retail is an important thing in the world right now, we need to always improve. How can we improve and make work easier? By using AI, right? So it says we can use it said retail roles using AI. So you can create a role for the store operations manager. So maybe there is a store operations manager, but he has so much work to do and takes so much time. We can just customize an agent for the store operations manager, which would then make the store operations manager's life easier, because once it gives the co-pilot a prompt, it then generates information based on what it has been given. So in this, we can use to create smart scheduling. So AI predicts busy times and auto schedules extra staff. So it can then use the predictive analysis to then look at how busy everyone is and then look for staff that are not busy and then push them to maybe you're having inventory checking. Most of the staff are busy, but some are not busy. You can use that predictive analysis and then try to schedule some of the staff to that inventory counting. You have merchandise buyers and planners. AI to adjust price daily. So it looks using that predictive analysis, you can look at the prices and be like, no, based on what we are seeing or what the information that I am seeing, I can see that, oh, this amount or this product is high, so let us reduce it. So you can check competitors prices and then adjust that prices to make their life easier. We have supply chain manager. It says that it has delivery predictors, one storm, so you can check the weather and see that no, there is a storm coming, so let us adjust our delivery time for maybe 6 p.m. to maybe 5 p.m. And we have marketing manager. So you can create customer emails. So maybe you have created a marketing manager agent, right? And you tell it to assist you send an email to customer A saying that maybe you are doing a promotion on an item. Once you have done that, the co-pilot would generate a promotional information based on the prompts you have given it, and then send it to that particular customer saying that, oh, we are having a promotion on this and that, so kindly use this link to be able to buy a can of milk or can of drink or anything of that sort. So in here we are saying that we can use the agents to be able to create roles to make our life easier, as well as make the work also easier and also increase productivity. It says opportunity to impact real retail KPIs. We have the revenue per store. So that one, it would provide real-time monitoring of sales, inventory, and customer feedback, and staff performance across different locations and all channels by leveraging data from various sources to quickly gain actionable insights. Says streamline processes that lead to greater customer satisfaction from analyzing multiple data sources to understand which product to stock to ensuring product availability and answering customer questions in store. So in here, you can create agents to be able to do the revenue per store. You can be able to create a customer satisfaction boat. You can be able to create a sales conversion rate boat. You can be able to create an employee turnover boat. You can be able to create a marketing spend boat. So in here, it's saying that all these are KPIs, right? Check the customer satisfaction. It's a KPI. It means that your company is improving, right? So once you have been able to analyze it, it can also give you information on how best you can increase customer satisfaction. And also it has a sales conversion rate, which help customers move from browse to buy with personalized shopping experiences that understand context to surface the perfect product. Targeted marketing campaigns that maximize the power of our marketing spend and helpful access in the pocket of every store associate. With the employee turnover, it says reduce time spent on shift scheduling while optimizing coverage requirements, improve employee morale with improved communication and simplify schedule changes, and also ensure your marketing budget is used efficiently with research, analytics, and personalization capabilities that help you reach customers wherever they are in the shopping journey. So with the marketing, we have processes. With the marketing and promotion, with the start, you can just use what? Creating promotions. So in here, we can just click on the Microsoft Copilot and say that help me create promotions. And it will give you a generated list of promotions that you can choose from, and you can use that to be in your marketing and promotions. With the buy, so in here, your company has bought a CRM, he has bought Power BI, it has bought all that, which has the Copilot embedded in them. You can ask it to track the marketing campaign. So in here, once you have been able to buy it and it has the built-in, you would add your company's information there. So once you add it, if there is a marketing campaign, it will track its performance based on the information in there. It says what? Streamline market research and strategy. So you have your market research document in there. You can ask the co-pilots to streamline that market research and strategy. And also it states that improve store associate management. You have all that information. You just, because the AI has been embedded in maybe your Excel or maybe your Teams or maybe your email or your Power BI, it takes that information from that side and then generates all the information that you want. And with the extent, you can create or customize the AI to suit your workflows. So in here, you can implement adaptive pricing. You can create craft targeted marketing campaigns. You can optimize supply chain management and maximize store performance. So once you have been able to tailor this to your to your workflows or your systems, it takes that information directly from that. And once you give that prompt to maximize store performance, it does that, right? It will take your store's performance and tell you, okay, so your market is lacking from this, that. So kindly do this to be able to maximize your store performance. Kindly hire more people to be able to maximize your store performance. And we have the build. So this is where the IT comes in with their technical skills. They'll create AI apps that would be able to create personalized shopping journeys. They'll create, using the machine learning, they will be able to create a chatbot or an agent that would improve merchandising decisions. They would create chatbots that would reduce sourcing compliance risks or create a fashion design agent. So this is where they start from scratch. They use that machine learning and all that, the knowledge of AI to be able to create in the AI studio or the Azure AI Foundry. So in here, we are taking some customers' stories. It says AI can enhance marketing and promotions for retail organization by enabling hyper personalized marketing at scale, automating routine tasks, and providing predictive analytics. It helps retailers understand customer behavior, optimize supply chains, make data-driven decisions to reduce risk and maximize profit. AI-driven recommendation and virtual agents improve customer experience by providing personalized assistance and support. So we can say that Walmart was using a generative AI for shoppers, and CDW is also embracing that generative AI to empower employee productivity and accelerate customers' AI journeys. So there is no need for humans to be doing everything. They have they have customized their retail company to best suit what AI has, which will make their life easier and also increase productivity. So in here, it says use cases. We can use the Copilot chat to search for information, generate ideas, and summarize documents and analyze data, just as I did with the Copilot, where I inserted a document and it gave me whatever was contained in that document. We can use that. So if maybe we want to generate promotions, we can just ask the Copilot to help assist us create promotions, and all set of promotions would pop up and would be able to see and choose the one that would best fit our organization. It says was with the buy, you buy the Microsoft 365 pilot and use it in the flow of work as a meeting assistant to draft documents and emails, perform complex data analysis, and provide guidance on completing tasks. So once you have the Copilot in your Microsoft 360, you can just go to your email in the Microsoft 365 Copilot apps and then ask it to draft documents and emails. And also you can use it in your Excel to perform data analysis and provide guidance on completing tasks. With the extent, you can create agents with low code that can serve as knowledge experts both internally and with customers, and perform automated tasks and interact with line of business applications through standard connectors and APIs. So in here, you just create an agent in the Copilot Studio and you give it knowledge. So based on that knowledge, once someone in your office comes and wants to have, okay, I want to do this, what should I do? And goes to that agent should be able to give back that information. Okay, to do this, you have to do this, that, to be able to do this. You get it? Then we have the build. So in here, the IT department will create agents and apps that uses AI and purpose-built LLMs to support automated process flows using custom integration with line of business application and database. And it says create personalized shopping journeys. So instead of you maybe using the co-pilots to have just feed it with knowledge, which would then serve as a bridge between the company and the employee, this one you're building it from scratch with the machine learning, which would then create something for you. So it says here, you can ask it, once you have done that, you can ask it to create personalized shopping journeys. With the extend, you can use implement adaptive pricing or create targeted marketing campaigns. With the buy, you can track marketing campaign performance. So in here, if maybe you have the 365 Copilot, you can just send that file to the Copilot and say, okay, based on my store's performance, can you track my marketing campaign performance for me? And it will give you information based on the file that you have given. We have another one, improving merchandising and supply chain. Says AI can enhance merchandising and supply chain operation for retailers by analyzing purchasing patterns and market trends to predict demand. to predict demand accurately and help optimize inventory management. AI-driven analytics provide real-time insights, enabling retailers to make data-driven decisions and improve efficiency. It helps in tracking shipments, forecasting inventory needs, and automating warehouse management, reducing overstock and stockouts. Additionally, it helps in optimizing product placement, pricing, and promotions by leveraging machine learning and data analytics. This leads to improved efficiency, customer satisfaction, and increased sales. And so, fashionable, they use the AI to be able to improve their supply chain and merchandising. So I stated that you can use it to track your inventory. So if you are selling maybe a bottle of Cokes and there are 12 Cokes on your shelves and you have that smart weight sensors, right? It would that smart weight sensors give information to your AI. So once that gives information to your AI, it will state that maybe one can is 300 milligram and there are 10 cans on the shelf. So once one can has been taken off or taken or a customer buys one can, it then the sensor then tells the AI that, oh, initially there was 10 but now there is 9. So I think someone is asking. Okay. Okay. So it then states that, okay, so someone took in one can, it's now left with 9 or 10 cans now. So then you can be able to know that, oh, okay, on the shelf there are 10 cans, even without you doing it or counting it manually. And if it needs restock, it gives you that prompt to say, oh, okay, there were 10 cans. Now people have bought all the the cans. So right now it's 0 now. So it needs restock. So it makes your life easier without you going to count manually. Assuming that there's 10,000 cans, you won't have that pleasure to be able to count all this. So we do this to be able to make the work productive, as well as also make it less stressful or less involving. So we have the use cases. Says with the start, you can use the copilot to search for information, generate ideas, and summarize documents and data. So I think this is the same thing as what we saw previously. So the KPIs that are impacted with improving merchandising and supply chain are revenue per store, customer satisfaction, sales conversion rate, marketing spend, and retail margin. And the roles impacted are the supply chain manager, logistics manager, merchandising manager, store manager, and finance analyst. So it says drive efficiency through AI-assisted store associates. AI can help enhance retail store operations by optimizing inventory management, improving customer satisfaction, and boosting sales conversion rate. It can also reduce employee turnover through better shift scheduling and optimizing marketing spend by leveraging data analytics. Additionally, AI can personalize customer interaction, automate daily tasks, and enhance data security, driving long-term growth and efficiency for retail organizations. So all this is what an AI can do once you have been able to tailor it to your organization, your retail organization, right? You can be able to use it to create a shift system. So instead of maybe the HR manually creating a shift system, you can create an HR assistant that would then create shift system for the employees, as well as you can use it for data analytics. And so with that our customers stories, we can say from CarMax. So CarMax puts customer first with car research tools. So they have been able to integrate the AI into their business, and they have been able to create tools that would do car research, right? So that would after they do this, maybe the car research says that, okay, for you to be able to satisfy your customers, you should be able to create cars that are big enough, cars that have round tires, cars that are up to speed. So all this will give you the research, and you can put that into your production or what you do, and that would also make your customers happy because they are doing things according to what they want. It says Canadian Tire Corporation uses AI to boost employee productivity. Just as I stated, can take a lot of people to do a lot of work, but with AI embedded in our solutions, it makes our life easier, makes employee productivity easier, because maybe one employee is doing so much work, but if the AI is taking like 2% or 50% of what the employee is doing, it also help the employee to be able to do more. The HR would be hiring employees, doing leave management. But if we leave the AI or we embed that AI into our HR solutions, it would take care of that majority of that work that the HR is doing, and that would boost employee productivities. So in here it says the KPIs impacted. So how does the AI affect the AI's assisted store associate? It has the revenue per store, customer satisfaction, sales conversion rates, and retail margin. It's impacted are the store manager, store associate, merchandising manager, and finance analyst. So if you have the AI embedded in your store associate, the roles that would benefit from it are the roles impacted. The KPIs that would also benefit are the revenue per store, the customer satisfaction, because the customers now see that, oh, you are doing what they want. We have the sales conversion rates, and if customers are happy and satisfied with what you have, they will buy more. And we have the retail margin. In here, you get more profit. So in here too, we have the same use cases like one. So I stated that with the start, you use the Copilot to search for information. So in here, you don't have to buy. You just go to the Copilot, sign in with your account, and then ask it, oh, okay, generate ideas for me. Summarize this, my document for me, and analyze data. With the buy, your company will buy the Microsoft 365 Copilot and use it to create a meeting assistant and all that. With the extend, we have you'll be able to customize what you have the AI. So you create agents that can serve as knowledge experts, both internally and with customers, and perform automated tasks, interact with line of business application through standard connectors and APIs. And in with the build, the technical team comes in here and they build the agents from scratch, and they provided with automated process flows. So in here, with the difference between the extend and the build, in here, you don't have to use any code to be able to have that agent. You can just go to the studio and say, oh, okay, I want to create an agent that does this and that. But with the build, you have to maybe use containers, write codes, and say, okay, if someone press on this, you have to do this, you have to do this. So knowledge, but with the extent, you don't have to have that technical knowledge to be able to build an agent. So that's the difference between the extend and the build. So we are taking each KPI by one by one. So we have KPI 1, that is revenue per store. And it says revenue per store is a crucial metric that retailers use to evaluate the financial performance of their by measuring the amount of revenue generated per unit of selling space. Retailers can assess the effectiveness of their store layout, product assortment, and overall business strategy. And how can AI do this? It would improve targeting and improve quality of marketing materials. It says, analyze current product mix and cross-sell success. So once you have been able to do that, you can ask the AI to help you increase revenue, and it would help by improving your targeting, and it will analyze your current product mix and cross-sell as well. And it says what? Improve quality of marketing materials. So that is improve marketing content with clear value proposition. So it gives you marketing content that you can use to be able to gain more revenue to your store. And how can we calculate this revenue per store? So for that, we have the value calculation. It says determine the revenue generated. Use revenue for specific time period like day, month, or year. So assuming that you have that data, right, in your Excel, you can just ask the co-pilot to or maybe give you a total of that revenue and ask it to divide that revenue by the unit. So maybe you have your store, maybe it's 50 centimeters or 1 meter. You would input that information into the co-pilot and ask it to what? Use a measure of value per unit area to compare across different sizes of store. So maybe you have all this information. You just give that prompt to AI and ask the AI to generate the revenue per store. So based on your information to generate all that and tell you, okay, for store A, your revenue per store is maybe 200,000 naira or 200,000 Ghana cedis or $200,000. And for for store B, the revenue is maybe 100,000. So based on this, store A is performing more than store B. So with that, you know that, okay, if store A is performing more than store B, maybe AI should give me information on how best to increase my revenue, and it will give you based on the information that A has. So with that, we it says what? KPI 2, customer satisfaction. It says customer satisfaction is crucial for maintaining customers, encouraging repeat business, and fostering positive word of mouth. Retailers that prioritize customer satisfaction often see increased loyalty and long-term success. And how does AI do that? It would help you to provide great experience. So it can analyze customer feedback, it can provide you with personalized experiences, it can help you with returns and inquiries, it can help you improve consistency. And also it says enhance customer loyalty. How does that do that? To allow you better understand the customer based on the based on the customer feedback, to allow you to understand, okay, this customer says that I really need this, or there was something wrong with the product. So in next time, I wouldn't want to my product to have this, which would turn away my customers. It says what? Resolve issues on the first call. So you can create an AI that would be maybe a customer or a customer service bot, but would answer customers' calls and then resolve their issues for them. And it says what? Improve product selection and quality. So you can give the customer something. You can give him information. Okay, if you want this, you can choose this one. If maybe you want better quality, choose product B. And so what? Avoid stock out. So once it's able to count the stocks, once the stock is out, then prompts the store owner that, okay, there is no stock, so please restock your merchandise or restock your items. So it says what? There are many ways to measure customer satisfaction, but it is most common to use some type of survey or feedback mechanism. Then the results can be turned into a SAT or NPS value. With the NPS is Net Promoter Score. So it says that, oh, okay, the net promoter score means that, okay, how best has this company helped you? Then you give your score. So if the company didn't really help you, you give a 0. So after that, it counts your all the value and gives the company a rate score of what the customers are saying. And they say the CSAT, which is the customer satisfaction would be adding up all of the scores and dividing by the total possible. So maybe if there are 4 customers and all of them gave you a 10, 10, 10, 10, you have to add all the 10, which is 40, then you divide it by the total number of people, that is 4, and you get 10. So you see, you ask 10 people to rate your services on a scale of 1 to 10. 4 people respond with 8 and 6 people respond with 7. You can add all of the scores. So you add all of them, and the total possible was 100. So after you added all this, it was 74. But counting, you realize that, oh, the total possible was 100. So which means that, okay, we received 74 out of 100, which is what? 74%. So it says the NPS is based on how likely someone is to recommend your service. So it says you could still ask for a response from 1 to 10 and then assume some level is promptier, say 8 and up, and some level is detractors, say 6 and down. So it means that if you get 10 to 8, means that those people are promoting your business. If you get 6 below, which means that they don't like your services and they will not recommend it to anyone. It says what? The NPS is that promoters from the detractors. So assuming that you have 10 promoters and 10 detractors, it will cancel it out and your NPS then becomes 0, because the promoters has been taken out from the detractors, and your NPS would then be the number of that. So that would come 0. And so it says to measure a financial value, you need to see how customer satisfaction was reflected in other metrics like customer retention or number of new customers. So with this, you can create a customer satisfaction board and then take information. Based on that information, you can ask the co-pilot to generate the customer satisfaction based on what the customers have given you, and you can see your NPS as well as your CSAT from there. You have the sales conversion rate. It says this help retailers understand how efficiently they are turning visitors into customers. A higher conversion rate indicates better performance in attracting and convincing customers to make purchases. So how can AI increase conversion rate? Would improve pricing and promotions. It says you can use the co-pilot to research market conditions. You can use the co-pilot to compare sales across regions or other variables. So in here, we can ask co-pilot, okay, assist me research market conditions. Maybe your business is about selling bags. Okay, at Copilot, assist me search for the bag market conditions. Is it bad, or would people buy, or would people not buy? And it would give you information on based on what information it has preserved to search from information from various bag sellers and then say that okay, based on this trend, it's saying that okay, bag is something that people wants to buy. So you can use that to do your sales conversion rate. And it says you can use the Copilot to compare sales across regions or other variables. So if you have your own sales information, you can say, okay, Copilot, with my sales that I have, can you compare mine with other regions to see if I'm doing well or if I have to put in more effort? And it will give you sales from other regions to say that, okay, so in UK, in this store, they had this in the month or this in the year 2025, and they use this approach to do that, and they sold more. So this will give you more information on how to also convert your sales. It says what? Improve quality marketing materials. It says improve marketing content with clear value proposition. That's why I stated that with the co-pilot, you can also give it to assist you create what marketing content or promotional emails that you can send to your customers that would turn them from just looking to buying. So it will add in more, more nice content, more persuasive content so that they will be able to click on that link to be able to buy your product. And it says what you can you can calculate your value conversion rate. It says what with the value calculation, it says count the number of sales. It says determine the total number of transactions or sales made during a specific period. It says count the total number of visitors. Track the total number of people who visited your store during that same period. Divide the number of sales by the total number of visitors and multiply by 100 to get the percentage. So if you want to know a calculation of your sales conversion rate, you can just look for the amount you had during a time, year, date, month, and then count the number of people that have been to your store. So if you divide the sales by the total number of people by 100, and you realize that, oh, okay, so I had 75 sales on that day and 500 people visited. So which means that is my conversion rate is just 15. People just came to my store, but they didn't buy anything. And based on this, I can ask the co-pilot to give me what I can do to increase my sale. And it will just give me, okay, for you to do this, you have to have more attractive products. Maybe you have to do more promotions. You have to do advertisements. To give you all that information, and you can be able to use that to improve your sales. We have another KPI called employee turnover. Says retain critical plant and headquarters staff by improving the work-life balance of all employees by simplifying overhead tasks, improve scaling to provide more job opportunities and increase internal hiring. How can AI do that? It will improve quality of internal materials and processes. And it says it can improve job description for further role clarity. Improve companies meeting with summarization and recap. So as we stated with the teams, you know that, okay, I have so much things to do. Even with the meeting, I couldn't really concentrate. So how then can I go back? Or I want important notes from what was done in the meeting. You can just ask the co-pilot chat to summarize that without you going to listen to the meeting again and to give you everything. So based on that, you know, okay, even though I couldn't join my sales meeting, this is what happened. Okay, so I'll know whatever happened even without even joining that meeting. So completely focus during the meeting. Says use Copilot in loop to drive internal collaboration and to use Copilot to surface icebreakers. It says create internal feedback loop, draft employee survey. So you can use the Copilot to ask you to draft employee surveys, which would then be sent to the employees and they can give you that feedback. It says analyze survey to gain valuable insight into what makes employees happy or areas that need improvement. So based on the survey, you gain valuable insight on what the employees like and what they don't like. So if it's about their salary and they write their salary and you feel that, okay, what they are saying is right, you can then improve it to make them happy, which will reduce the turnover. And it says if you want to calculate how the employee turnover is in your organization, you just have to determine the change in employee turnover. So compare the turnover rate of employees with the AI solution with a group that does not have it or with a historical number. So you have the number of maybe the procurement team, there are 5, right? And all 5 of them, they stopped the work or they resigned. You don't have their data. You can use, okay, so there are 5. And then say that Calculate the cost of replacing an employee. This is often a percentage of wages. So maybe there's those people that left, they were earning 500,000 naira, and then you would have to hire more people. But you realize that those people that left, it was because of the salary. So which means that those people come in, you would have to increase their wages, as well as you have to put in ads and all that to search for new employees, and that also takes money. So maybe you have indicated in the newspaper that okay, you want employees, that would cost you. So you say you calculate what the wages that you need to what the wages that you need in replacing an employee, instead to what you calculate the total savings, multiply the change in employee turnover by the cost of hiring and by the number of employees using the solution. It says what an example, the AI solution is used by 100 people who makes $100,000 per year, and the cost of replacing one of this employee is 6 months salary. Prior to deployment, an average of 6 employees left per year. After deployment, only 3 employees leave per year. So the saving is 3%. Change in turnover times 100% times 50K to hire, which is 150,000. So this is just stating that, okay, so the co-pilot was used by 100 people in the organization, and all of them make $100,000 per year. And if one leaves, means that for you to replace them, it's 6 months salary. So 6 months of this is 500,000 or 50,000, sorry. But before that AI was used, 6 people left. So which means that even before they use the co-pilot, 6 people have left. But after they use the co-pilot and this internal survey and all that were being used in that AI, only 3 people left. So for them to know how much they have saved, they can just say that, oh, okay, after deployment of the AI, only 3 people left, and we'll multiply it by the 100 people and multiply it by the 50,000, which is the 6 people that left, or the 6 months salary to hire, which gives you $150,000 dollars. So in here stating that okay, the AI would assist you with employee turnover, because then you can be able to draft employee surveys, and then you'd be able to then have that feedback or that information that states that, oh, okay, this is what is making the employees happy, or this is where it needs what improvement. And you see that your employee turnover will be lesser if you are, after the survey comes in, you are putting in the right measures to be able to address whatever is not making the employees happy in your business. Says marketing spend. Says revenue per store is a crucial metric that retailers use to evaluate the financial performance of their store. By measuring the amount of revenue generated per unit of selling space, retailers can assess the effectiveness of their store layout, product assortment, and overall business strategy. So how can AI help? It gives you what? It analyzes campaign feedback, it runs personalized campaigns, and also improve audience segmentation. So in here, you can do a personalized campaign and then say, okay, draft this email and send to customer or send to this employee to say that, oh, okay, we are having this campaign. Click here for more discount. Click here for this. If you buy more, we'll give you 20% discount. Or if you buy two. So all this will then generate a very nice content. And it says what? Improve quality of marketing materials. To improve marketing content with clear value proposition, reduce spend on agencies for content creation, and social media posting and analysis. So in here, you won't go and give a company money to be able to create a social media post for you. You can just allow the AI to assist you create social media posting, and you just use it in your social media management. So note that you go and pay agencies or for TV stations to all like those designing and web designing companies to create content for you. You can just ask the AI to create content, and you can just create content for your company rather than paying. It says what you can for the value calculation. It says marketing budgets are often set as a percentage of revenue. Decreasing that percent can lead to improved margins. So if you have set your budget as 100K, right, and that 100K naira, you are using 50K, you are giving it to a company to do web designing for you. If that 100K or that 50K can be kept to that 100K, would not be taken, right? And you can use your co-pilot to draft a social media post that will not take in that 50K. So I'm just stating that you giving out that money to other people to draft that web design. You can use Copilot to create that web design without spending on that 50 K naira. So it says what marketing budgets are often seen as a percentage of what revenue. Decreasing that percentage can lead to what improved margins. So if the percentage budget, right, you know that if you are doing marketing, it shows that okay, once I do a lot of market, I can get more revenue. But if you decrease that percentage, it could give your margins, that your profit, a higher one or improve profit. It says what retail margin is a measure of the profitability of a product sold by a retailer. It represents the difference between the selling price of a product and its cost, expressed as a percentage of the selling price. Monitoring margins help retailers maintain a healthy balance between cost and revenues. So how can AI assist you? It says what? Improve pricing and promotions to analyze the product mix and cross-sales success. You can use a co-pilot to research market conditions. You can use Copilot to compare sales across regions and variables. You can also improve quality of marketing materials, improve marketing content with clear value proposition. So this is what I explained initially. So we will not really explain it again. And it says what value calculation. If you want to determine what our retail margin is, you have to determine the selling price. It says what the price at which the product is sold. You have to determine the cost, and you subtract the cost price from the selling price, divide by the selling price, and multiply by 100 to get the percentage. So it says an example is you are selling something for $50 and the cost price is 30. So the retail margin would then be what? The selling price minus the cost price all over the selling price times 100. So in here, the 50 is just saying that you bought maybe a can of drink for $30, but you want to make profit, so you are selling it for what? $50. If we want to know what the margin is, we just subtract that selling price the cost price from the selling price all over the selling price times 100, which will give you the retail margin. So we can just give the co-pilots all the information that okay, I have an item, it is $30 and I'm selling it for $50. Calculate the retail margin, and it will just calculate it without us doing it manually. So it says what? Retail, we can use what? Identify new products and supplier options. So merchandising teams can use Copilot charts to identify new products to carry in stores. So first of all, you have to identify new product options. So ask ChatGPT to create a table rating potential suppliers based on a criteria. So you are a merchandising team. So you guys are the ones that buy things for your store, right? If you want to know how you identify new product to carry in your store, to sell in your store, you can first of all ask your co-pilot chat to create a list of suppliers. So maybe you want yeah, you want to sell bags, and you want to get suppliers. So you want to get suppliers based on quality. So you can say, okay, give me a list of suppliers based that has a higher quality. Maybe their cost is between this and this, their cost is quite low, but their items are quality. And the co-pilot will give you a list of suppliers that are based on that criteria. They will give you a table rating. So if maybe company A has a rating of 5 star, it will just, okay, this company has a rating of 5 star. So based on that, maybe you can buy from that. It says what? Assess firm variability. It says you can ask the co-pilot to summarize the supplier's annual report and ESG report, and also identify any recent acquisitions. So you can ask the co-pilot to summarize the supplier's annual report from that. And from the second one, you can search for online sentiment. It says have co-pilots provide an assessment on customer satisfaction for that potential suppliers. So once you have seen that, okay, these are the suppliers based on this criteria I set, and you have seen their report and annual report and their ESG report as well, you can then look at, okay, what are customers saying about this suppliers, to be able to best find what you want or the supplier that you want. Then it comes to what? Say ask Copilot to verify whether suppliers or products meet specific industry criteria or capabilities. So after you just check the customer satisfaction reviews, then you can just look for their their product, and also ask the co-pilot to search whether they meet what the industry expects. And then you can ask the co-pilot to draft communications such as approval request, status email, and supplier communication. So all this, if you're merchandising teams, you can use the co-pilot chat to be able to gain all this information. Right? So it has this. Says with the first one, the benefit is quickly find new potential suppliers with an initial set of criteria to support further research. With the benefit of the second one, it says ensure that suppliers meet your organizational criteria for financial viability or have required certification. And here, with the third one, the benefit is to speed research into potential quality and service issues. So if you want the supplier, but you realize that this supplier is even having, okay, 5 star, or their quality is good, but their customers are saying otherwise, right? You can look at that and base your purchasing decision from there. In here, it says what? Get a first draft. Summarize lengthy and potentially confusing product specification to get the required information quickly. So in here, you want to buy bags. They are giving you a list of people that sells bags. You have checked their annual reports to see, okay, they have that finance capabilities. You have checked their review. Okay, their review is okay. People that have bought from them before have said that, oh, okay, they have quality issues. They have quality products. Sorry. And here you want to find out the product that they have. So you just ask the co-pilot to summarize or you has it to verify whether the suppliers or products meet specific industry criteria or capabilities. So if maybe the industry says, okay, we want quality bags, but even though the customers are saying it's quality, but according to the industry criteria, it's not so, or it hasn't reached to that industry criteria to give you that information. So after you have gained all that, you can ask the co-pilot to draft communications such as approval requests, status emails, and supplier communication. So you can use it to create proposals and check your status emails, and also draft supplier what information and communications. It says what? Retail, creating promotional materials. So maybe you have a topic in mind that you want to write about, right? But you don't know where to start. You can use the co-pilot to identify the top SEO keywords to research your audience, right? Search engine optimization. And if you want, maybe you want to generate something, whilst you have your list of top 10 SEO keywords, use Copilot to create specific content for your business needs. Once you have your draft, use Copilot to proofread your work with specific grammar rules in mind. So maybe you want to sell, or you want to create a content or promotional content on bags, right? But you don't know, you don't have any content in mind. You're a digital marketer in your retail company, but you don't have any content in mind. You can use the co-pilot to assist you generate those promotional materials. So he's saying that first of all, you do the SEO optimization, the search engine. You look for keywords that people have been using a lot, right? And after that, once you have that 10 SEO keywords, you can use Copilot to create specific content for your business needs. Please give me a moment.
Sorry about that.
So once you have that, you can ask, you can proofread it, and then look at how. So let us use the co-pilot to do this, right? So I'll stop sharing this and then share my co-pilot chat so that we can use that to be able to generate what we want. Right. So the first word is is identify. We can tell the co-pilot to identify the SEO. So it says here are top 10 SEO strategies for 2025 that are especially useful for store managers like you at ABC to boost your store online visibility and drive more foot traffic and sales. So it has what? High quality intent based content. It says local SEO and Google profile optimization. It says mobile first optimization, voice search. It has what? Visual and video search and AI driven keyword research. And it says what? Technical SEO. It says what? Backlink building, product page optimization, and SEO analytics and tracking. So you can use maybe with the analytics, it says that you can use the Google Analytics and Search Console to monitor performance and adjust strategies. So the second one says that once you have your list of top 10 SEO keywords, use Copilot to create specific content for your business needs. Correct. Also, initially, I missed out the keywords. I should have used identify 10 SEO keywords. Okay. So it has, this is top 10 SEO keywords for retail store managers. It has clothing, it has shoes, electronics, furniture, home decor, beauty products, sports equipment. So the SEO here means that if someone wants to search on the browser and the person clicks a certain keyword, it should give that person so much on that. So if maybe you click on clothing, right, it should give you everything based on clothing. If you search for shoes, it can give you websites, it can give you how to care for your shoes. So like that, maybe you would want to create a website and you want someone to, if someone clicks or someone inputs shoes, your website should be part of those that pops up. You can include that in your website creation, and once someone clicks on okay shoes, it gives the website, your website will be part of the website that comes in, and people can click on it. So that's the purpose of the SEO. So with that, it says these are the top 10 key SEO keywords for retail store managers. So let's choose one of them. We have books in here, so we'll be using books. Says once you have your list of top 10 SEO keywords, use Copilot to create specific content for your business need. So let's ask Copilot to create promotional content on books for my company ABC. Create promotional content on books for my company ABC. So you see, it has given you that prompt. So you see what at ABSC company, we believe every book opens a door. You see, it has created a very nice content. So after it creates that content, you proofread it. Once you have your draft, use Copilot to proofread your work with specific grammar rules in mind. So if maybe it has some duplicates in there, you can ask ChatGPT to find duplicate words and make sure to remove it. So those are the grammar rules that you can use. But it can depend on anything that you want. So in here, you can just copy this and then what? You can share it on your social media, or you can send a personalized email to your client with this content. The fourth one says that what? Add images. So you can ask the Copilot to add images to your personalized content. So add shoe images to my personalized or promotional content above. So this is loading. All right. So you can add this, or you can even add. So the co-pilot has been able to design a very nice shoe shoe picture for the email that comes with it. Right. So it says enhance your content by using Copilot to create unique images for your project. Grab attention with headlines. Use Copilot to turn the top keywords into a headline and section headings. So you can include that in your promotional emails as well. It says what? Create social content. Ask Copilot to repurpose the draft it helped you create it to post for any social media platform. So assuming that this content that you have, right, you want to also put it on maybe Twitter or Instagram or something, you can also allow it to create what? A social media post based on the promotional one that you have, and it would be able to add that feel of social media content to it that would allow people click on your links, buy from you and all that. So this is to make your life easier and also increase productivity. So let's go on. I'll stop sharing my I'll stop sharing this and then continue from where we stopped.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So these are the benefits, right? So here, these are the prompts that you can use to create that. So it says prompt identify the SEO keywords for a blog post to attract people. So how you want it to do is what you give to it and the information that it gives you back. So this is how you use to create that promotional material. It says maximize store performance. You can create, so with this one, it's not start, it's at buy, coming. It's at buy. So you can create agents in the with the Copilot Studio, and the agent should be able to do view store performance data. It should be able to also do what? Access low performing stores, analyze see-through rates, do review insight from top store, and communicate corrective action. So in here, you have to buy the Microsoft 365, and which comes with the Copilot Studio, and then you have to create the agent. After you create the agent, you have to also connect it to an ERP solution. So the ERP has your store, it has information about your company, right? So once you connect that and you ask it to you prompt the Copilot to give you an analysis of your performance for the store in your portfolio. It will take out that information from the ERP and then generate that information based on what you have asked. So it says what? Prompt Copilot for an up-to-date analysis of performance for store in your portfolio. Copilot pulls data directly from your store operational tool. So the ERP has your all the data for your store, how well the stores are performing. Once you connect it to your Copilot data or your Copilot agent, it then gives you information on the performance or the analysis of that. So you can just tell the agent, okay, at Copilot agent 3, give me an analysis of the performance of my store, and it will generate that. You can ask it or you can prompt it to give you the analysis of the low performing store, and because you have attached it to where you can get information from, it derives that information as well. It can also allow you analyze see-through rates. It can assist you review insight from top store and also communicate corrective action. So once you find a low performing store, it can also give you insights on how you can use it to do best practices for that store to be able to improve. And it says the KPI impacted are the store revenue. the customer satisfaction and conversion rate, and the value benefit is cost saving and increased revenue. So once you have been able to do this, you can be able to reduce costs as well as increase revenue in the low performing stores. We have improved merchandising. Here too, you can connect your corporate performance management system to your co-pilot agent, and that would can help you define sales targets. You can, after you have done that, you can go into your co-pilot chat and ask it to conduct market research. So based on that, it would look at consumer demographic and spending trends by geography. And then after that, you can use the co-pilot in your Power BI to do data analytics. So it will determine the sales trend to help make purchasing decisions. So you can say, okay, our sales target is 10,000, right? But checking our consumer demographics and spending this one, in this month, people bought a lot, but in this month, people didn't really buy. And it can tell you the sales trend, which would help more make purchasing decisions. So maybe in December, if maybe you are selling coats and your country has winter, you'd be like, okay, in December, because there was snow falling in this country, the amount of coats went high as compared to maybe April, when the snow level was low and the purchasing of the coats ran down. So this would give you the data analytics for you to be able to make what purchasing decisions. This was complete supplier, make product selections. State here that create an assortment of products, including trending style, seasonal items, and basic staples. Use the Copilot agent to access data in the sales database. So in here, you can look at, okay, trending style. Okay, in this month, this is what is trending. Seasonal items, like I stated earlier, the coats, they are seasonal items because people will not wear those heavy coats in summertime. They would want to wear that in winter time. So it helps you make product selections, and you can also use it to forecast into regional staffing level projections. It says it's giving an example here that what determine the differential in sales projections to current sales level and apply that differential to staffing level projections. So in here, you can be able to look at the sales forecast and know that, oh, okay, based on this sales for this month, the next 3 months, the sales will either go up or low. And it says, well, complete supplier agreement, negotiate contract terms, including margin and MAP pricing agreement. So you can use that plus your supply chain system, and you can prompt it to give you a MAP pricing terms. So it has given an example here. It says what? Provide the MAP pricing term that our vendor, Kotoso, agreed for Q4 product last year. Compare these terms with what we negotiated for this year in the turbo format. So once you create that agent and you connect it to your supply chain system and you prompt it, you take that information from your supply chain system and then provide you with the information on the prompt that you have given. You have what? Optimized supply chain management. So it says what? A supply chain manager receives a high volume of email daily from suppliers, customers, and colleagues containing urgent information, requests, and feedback. Some of this are time sensitive. So in here, you can ask the co-pilot to summarize and prioritize emails. So if some of them are not up to priority, it will not prioritize it, but it will give a summary of everything that you need, right? And you can also use the Copilot in Outlook to say, okay, the supply chain manager can click on the links provided to open specific email and quickly deal with time-sensitive issues such as customer shipment delays. So in here, you can do a Copilot that says, okay, let the supply chain manager click on this some specific email. So once you have done that, it would give the supply chain manager some emails that supply chain that can quickly click on to look at some specific email. It says what? Review purchasing agreement. The next critical email is to review and sign a new purchasing agreement with the supplier. The supply chain manager must ensure their accurate is complete and getting the best terms. So in this one, you can just connect it to your supply chain solution, an ERP that has some critical emails and all that, and you can ask it to what? Look for look for look for emails that needs review, some critical emails that needs review, and also sign it, and it will give you that, and it will make your life easier rather than manually looking for the critical one. It will just give you all the emails that are best, or the ones that are critical that need signature. Then it says what? Manage contract signatory process. So in here, after completing the contract review, the updated contract must be sent back to the supplier with changes highlighted for their review and signature. So once you are done with the third one, you can it says what? You can use the Copilot Agent 3 plus what? Connection to eSign solution. So you have an eSign solution. Just connect it to the Copilot. Once the supplier has maybe signed his, you just go to that ER solution and you will see that, oh, okay, let me also sign here, and it would also sign that contract for you. It says what? Marketing copy for new product. So you can use the Copilot chat to create a copy of what? New product, marketing copy of new products. It says what? You Copilot Agent 3 plus connection to supply chain solution. So you can connect this to your Copilot and then monitor and analyze inventory data. So we have the fashion design agent. So you can create, the IT expert can create a fashion design agent, right? So once they create that with the machine learning and all that, they can connect it to what? The web. And then they can scan fashion data. They can also create an agent in the Azure AI Foundry or the Microsoft 365 pilot chat and connect it to your data store, and then use it to do what? Use trends to create new design. So you can allow it to what? Create new designs for you. You can also ask Copilot chat to what? Create social media posts and analyze feedback. You can, with the connection of the Copilot agent and the connection to data store, you can use it to what? Analyze feedback. So you can tell the agent that, okay, analyze feedback from the social media post or social post to redesign and focus demand. And then you can also finalize the design. You can use this Copilot agent plus connection to the data store to also what? Create the final template for production. So with the scan fashion data, the benefit is to get up to date on fashion trends in minutes. With the trends to create new design, the benefit is to spend time to market and reduce the time of using actual market materials to create new designs. And it says what? Benefit of the create social media posts is quickly generate posts and analyze what? Customer feedback. So if you create that agent, that fashion data agent, you can connect it to the web, look for fashion data. You can also connect it to your data store, so your database store, and then you can update the design. You can look at trends that you'll be able to look on, and based on that trend, you'll be able to design your own thing. You can ask the Copilot chat to assist you create social media posts, and then you can also allow it to analyze feedback. So based on your social post, you'll be able to analyze feedback, right? And then you can use that to finalize your design. So if you do the social media post and you see, okay, this turnout is nice, you can use that in your template for production. Maybe you have said, oh, okay, I want to create this design. You're asking for feedback from people, and if, okay, I like this design, I do not like it. You then know what the customers want, so you then go ahead and then finalize that design for production. It says what? Implement adaptative pricing. So you can use the Copilot chat to gather pricing information. You can use it to do sales data analysis. You can use it to the Excel in Copilot to do cost and margin review. After that, you can create an agent and then connect your ERP to it, connect your product information management system to it, and then once you do that, you can allow the Copilot to assist you in creating a product mix by comparing product prices with customer spending trends and style preferences. So once you connect your store's ERP to it and the product information management to the Copilot agent, it then gives you information on what you want. So in here, you are stating product mix. So it will look for information in the retail ERP system as well as the product management system, and give you that product mix that you are looking for. After that, you can ask the Copilot chat to help you draft report inside for stakeholders and can follow up on approval. So after you have gotten that, you can just insert that information to the Copilot chat and say, okay, based on this, draft a report inside for stakeholders, and also what and how it can follow up on approvals as well. So it says what? Draft a report with visuals for the proposal of revenue mix, product mix, and discount. So based on the information we got in there we can tie that to our Copilot chat to generate that or draft that report for us. And we have the streamline market research with strategies. So we can use the Copilot chat to define the objectives, determine our approach in teams, so Copilot in teams. You can use the Copilot in Excel to discover market trends, and then use the Copilot in Word for strategy formulation. And then use Copilot in PowerPoint to present the findings. And then communicate results in Outlook. So in here, you can ask the Copilot to prepare a brief for an upcoming research based on some key documents. So you have given the Copilot chat some documents and ask it to prepare a draft on that. And then based on that, you can meet your research team with what you have in here, with the information you have in here to them. And then once that has been done, you can use the Copilot in Teams for action items. After you have done that, so you can say, oh, select the show data insight prompt in Copilot in Excel to discover market trend from the research data and analyze competitive insights. So the research data that you have, you can also go to your Excel in Copilot and then ask that the Copilot chat in Excel to select the show data insight, and then also discover market trend from the research data and analyze competitive insight, and that will give you all the information that you need. And then you can also, after that, you can prompt the copilot to draft an internal snapshot of the findings, citing the results. So if these are in numbers, or what you need, you want it in Word, you can just ask it in Word to draft an internal snapshot of the findings. And that you can also do a presentation with your findings in here in your PowerPoint. After you are done, you can then state that, okay, I want to create an email that has links in here or in here for you. So it would make your life easier, your work easier, without you doing a lot manually. And the key KPIs impacted are the store revenue, marketing spend, and the value that you also get is revenue growth and employee experience. Once the employee knows that he's not doing a lot, he would be happy. And that would also assist with retention of employees, because most people do not want to do a lot of work. So these solutions assist them to better work, and then increase productivity. Says what track marketing campaign performance. So you can do efficient campaign planning, content creation and review, data-driven insights, social media scheduling, collaborative campaign reviews, and personalized customer segmentation with the apps in the Microsoft 365 and the Copilot that has been embedded in all these apps. So you can track the marketing campaign performance using all this. And the KPIs impacted are the store revenue, marketing spend, conversion rate, and the value it gives is the revenue growth as well as the cost savings. All right, so we have craft targeted marketing campaigns. If you want some targeted marketing campaigns, you can ask the Copilot to recommend customer segmentation options for consideration based on specific campaign objective and revenue goals. So if you use the Copilot chat, it gives you that. And then you can collaborate with your marketing teams using Copilot in Teams. It assists in brainstorming campaign ideas, setting goals, and assigning tasks. So since Copilot has been embedded in your teams, once you have your team meeting and you want to add more collaboration or you want more ideas, you can ask the Copilot to give you brainstorming campaign ideas based on what you guys are discussing about. And then once that has been done and you get your brainstorming ideas, you can create content and do refinement. And then once that has been done as well, you can create a Copilot agent and then add or incorporate your ERP system to it. And then as the Copilot agent to give you data-driven insight. So once that insight has been given, the information has been given, you can ask, okay, what was the ROI on this campaign? And it will give you everything. Once that has been done, you can do a collaborative campaign review. So if the ROI was less, you can review it in Teams and then ask the Copilot in Teams to give you areas for improvement and also suggesting new steps. So once this is low, it can give you information, okay, this is where you need improvement on. This is what you should do. So the KPIs impacted are the store revenue, marketing spend, conversion rate, and the value it gives is the revenue growth and cost saving. All right. So I'll do this again. We have the reduce sourcing compliance risks, with the first one being determine order source destination. So in here, you can prompt you create a Copilot agent, connect it to your retail ERP system, and prompt the Copilot to look up the order and retrieve the product detail and shipping destination. You can also allow it to retrieve regulation details based on the products in the shipment and the destination. So this one, it has the connection to your retail ERP system, so you can generate that information from there. So you can also allow it to be connected to your retail PIM system that would collect product information and would retrieve them. So below here is giving you an example of what you can use. So once this has been connected to your ERP system, you can say, okay, what is the shipping destination and other items for item number 1, 2, 3, and it will give you. Then you can use, okay, based on that, summarize the graphical regulations and restrictions, and it will give you that. After that, you can also connect that same agent to your retail PIM system, right? And ask it to retrieve the following product details with the item number AD something something, and it would also give you that the details of that. It says what you can add, you can connect your agent to a retail MDM system, which would then assist you prepare required documents. So you can say verify all items against regulation governing restriction of entry into California, and print the commercial invoice with harmonized tag code with schedule. So once you have your MDM system connected to your Copilot agent, and as you do this prompt, it will give you all the information that you need. After that, you can use your Copilot in Outlook to create an email, right? So it says draft a response to Bruce Banner from Palfina, informing him that the customs form for Okinawa entry needs to change to JC 7.1 for order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once you see the regulation or the restriction for California, you can then based on that to be able to make your decision. If maybe where you are sending it to, it has some shipping regulation or restrictions, you can just prompt someone or a buyer and tell them that, okay, something happened, so we have to do this and that. And the KPIs impacted are the sourcing cost, and the value it gives is cost savings. So in all here, some things you have to do it manually, which will involve money. But you having the AI in place would assist you save cost. That's why the value benefit here is cost savings. We have another one, create optimized shift rosters. So you can use the Copilot to assist you create a shift schedule based on how the employee is available and all that. And then, so in here, you feed it with information before you be able to create that prompt. And then you can modify that shift operations as well. So the prompt here says, summarize emails and team about staff delays or absence. Arrange them in a table, including the employee name and the details of the changes needed. So in here, maybe you have information of the employee staff delays and absenteeism. You can just ask the Copilot chat to arrange this for you so that you know if people are maybe late, people are absent, and you can ask it to create it in a table form without you going into maybe Excel or Word and then doing it manually. It says you can ask it to assign high priority tasks. So with the Copilot chat, you can say, add tasks to the shift schedule next week. Make sure the priority tasks for each shift based on Costco sub procedure guide are assigned. So this one, you can also give the Copilot a file that has the task and ask it to schedule the add tasks to the shift schedule next week. So maybe you have the file that has the schedule for next week. You can ask the co-pilot to add tasks to their shifts. And then you can also summarize policy changes. You can use the co-pilot in Word to ask and prompt it to draft a summary of recent policy updates for distribution and posting in employee forums. So it's giving you an example of a prompt here that says what? Create an announcement based on policy updates, October 1 document pages 35 to 41. So this one, you have uploaded what? A file in Word, and you ask it to what? Create an announcement based on that. And here it says what? Identify incomplete training. So you can use the teams here to identify people that have training due, so that what reminders can be sent. So in here, if you look at your calendar in Teams and you realize that okay, some people have some training, you can just allow the co-pilot to send a reminder to those employees so that they will know that okay, their trainings are what due next week or this week or today. So he says the prompt says what? Create a summary of required training due for each employee. Put it in a table format, including the name of the training with due dates for each employee. So if you see the reminders or if you see the calendar in Teams and it has okay, these people have trainings for schedules for this date, you can ask the co-pilot to create a table with the person's name and the due date for the training. It says what? You can send weekly employee updates. Co-pilot drafts the weekly email to employees that include the latest schedule and task assignment and notifies them of the recent policy changes. So in here, you can draft an email notifying the team of the latest shift schedule and priority task assignment. Remind them to provide at least 1 week notice for any scheduling changes needed. Emphasize that there are new policy updates they must read and implement prior to their next shift. So you can ask the co-pilot to draft this email for you and it will do that. You can also improve the retail store operations in this. So in here, if you have the Microsoft Copilot Studio, you can create a Copilot agent, connect it to your SharePoint, and then improve your retail store operations. As well as the Assist Store Associate, you can use the Microsoft 365 Copilot chat and the Copilot Studio, and you'll be able to assist store associate. You can use the Copilot chat to retrieve product details, use the Copilot agent or the AI agent connected to your SharePoint to locate product. Use the Copilot to draft a return policy. Use the Copilot for recommendation and use the Copilot agent plus connection to SharePoint to do cross-selling. We have the assist store managers. So it says manage team shift. So you can use the Copilot chat to create a template for shift scheduling. You can ask the Copilot to assist you what create a scheduling. But that one you have to give it a file for it to be able to create the scheduling based on or some data. You can use the Copilot data to create an employee survey. So you can go into the Copilot and say, okay, assist me. It says create a survey template which helps capture and understand the motivation levels of store employees. And you can use the Copilot chat to ask the Copilot to review your policy document and then create an email to employees about any changes. You can use the Copilot chat to generate a checklist for a store visit based on a procedure document. So this one, you give it a procedure document and then ask it to what? Assist you generate a checklist based on that. And you can use the co-pilot chat to turn a few short bullet points about the day's activities into a written summary report. So you send it an email or send it the list of activities, and based on that, ask it to create a, well-written summary report. And you can use the co-pilot chat to design, improve this display setup. You can use it to create strategies and procedures to help planogram updates. You can use it to improve customer service and info discovery. So you can create the co-pilot agent using the AI Foundry on the
Sorry,
Azure Open AI
sorry, excuse
service.
me.
Okay,
Sorry, excuse me. Because of time, we would need
okay,
to round up a bit. So I'll just leave you to round up so we
okay,
can, if there's any question and answer, and we would know.
okay. So this can help you with your AI journey. You can use the AI Foundry to create a co-pilot for store operations, and all this it can help you with return policy, assign tax, also help you with a maintenance ticket, and also help you with time off policies. So all this, you can use your AI Foundry. So you use the machine learning to create agents to assist you with all this these things. So this is what we have, and this brings us to the end of our presentation. Before I go, I wanted to assist us create a customer service chatbot in the Copilot Studio. So if I can be given a maximum time of 5 to 10 minutes to do that, then we'll bring this training to an end. So with that, I'll stop sharing this and then share my screen again. Okay. So I believe everyone can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so with that, if you want to create an agent, right? Maybe you want to create a customer service agent. First of all, we can click, we will open your Microsoft Copilot Studio. I have mine opened already, but if you don't have, your company can buy the 365, which comes with the Copilot Studio, and then you come on the dashboard, you have home, create, agents, flows, and libraries. So you click on the create. We have ones that have templates. So you can have the website Q&A. So you can have an agent that would answer Q&As. You can have one for voice, citizen, all that. Right? So based on what you want, you can have an agent for IT help desk. So based on what you want, you can just click on it. But we want to start ours from scratch. So we'll click on the plus new agent. And then we'll give a prompt to the Copilot Studio, and then it would assist us create the agent. So I can say, okay, I want to create a customer service chat bot which answers customer query and complaints. It should be polite, and professional. And if the customer needs additional information, it should contact at email.abccompany.com. It should not provide personal opinions and sensitive information. So once I'm done with what I want it to do, then I entered it. Okay. So it said we'll have some AI restrictions. So we'll remove the ABC and put in something else. So we will take, I'm copying the same thing, but I'll limit it to some information. We take out this from there. Okay, so it said great. Now let's determine the name of the customer service bot. How about customer care bot? So if that is the name you want, you can just say, okay, customer care bot. So I'll just copy that same thing into it. So it says, what should they do? So you say, oh, answer customer queries, handling complaints. You just insert it. So in here, you just feed it with what you want the bot to do for you. But we want it to just answer customer queries and all that the customer service do. Okay, so in here, if you wanted to extract that information from a particular site or data source, you just insert that. So in here, we'll use a company, right? So please kindly give me a moment. We use a company called Panoramic Synergy. Just copy the URL here and then insert it in here. So it will take that information from in here. Okay, it is now set up. You can continue exploring the, okay. So once you want to add more things, you can add it. But in here, I'm good to go. So I'll just click on the create. Okay, so it's in here. So in this site, you can just edit if you want to change the name. The edit sign should work. It would come. You should be able to click here and edit the name. So you see the edit sign is in here. So you can change the name for the if maybe you have a particular company's name that you want it, you can just insert it in here and then you will be able to name it. You can change the icon. So maybe if it has your company's logo, you can just insert that logo into it. And it has the description. So it shows what it needs to do. And we have topics. The topics is what add conversation topics. So you see when you click on maybe the co-pilot, you say, how can I assist you? Be like, okay, goodbye. Okay, how are you? Those greetings are in here and it's enabled. So once I ask, okay, how are you? You can tell me, okay, I'm fine. How about you too? So those are the topics and the knowledge. So where you want it to gain its knowledge from. Here I have a panoramic synergy. So once I click, okay, I want to know about company ABC, right? It would then give me, okay, um, I want company ABC. Then it will derive that information from this said website to what you want. And we have actions, triggers, and what's data prompts. So what this can you can start with the greeting. Okay, hello, how can I assist you today? So you see, we have hello. So this is the form of greeting. And the publish means that once you have tested it and you want others to be able to have access to your agents, you can just publish it and they will be able to gain access. So in here, we want to test the chat. We want to just test our agent. So I'll be like, I want to know, I want to know about panoramic synergy. Let's see whether it will give us that prompt. So in here, you see, because we fed it with the URL of panoramic synergy, it has retrieved that information for us in here. So we have the in here, right? So based on what we have given it, it would be able to retrieve that information back to us. Just like I said, you can connect it to your ERP system and what information you want it to give you. That's the same thing if you tie it to a website or anything. Based on what you ask from outside the website, it would ask you, right? And we can change, let me see, we will use a different company to see what will happen. I want information on data analytics to see whether it will come. You see, we never got any information. It, this one, it gives you a general information on what it's finding on the CyberGS. CyberGS is an exam taken on PSC. So it's first deriving this from the panoramic synergy and taking general knowledge from everything, wherever it will find data analytic sources from. So in here, we can limit it to just search on the websites that we needed. So we can go to the knowledge or overview. And then and then on check this. So once we uncheck this, it will not reference from any other sources. It will only reference from the knowledge or the panoramic synergy that we have here. So once we uncheck this one, it would not, once I'm looking for data analytics or companies operations does, it will not give me any information because it doesn't have that information or I've disabled that information. So once you have been able to create your customer service bot, you can also export it. You can also export it to your web app or your website. So if you export it to your website, it should a customer should be able to go there and then ask for information and then it will be able to give back that information. So I want to do that for the demo website. But before I do that, I would have to turn my authentication settings off. So I'll turn that off. because that demo website is not within the Microsoft 365, I can't authenticate. So with that, I would have to use the no authentication and then save before I can be able to use the bot on my demo website. And whilst I'm doing that, I have to also publish it so that others can have access to my chatbot. So I have to publish it. To publish it, okay, to publish it, I'll just click on the publish icon here, or the publish button, and it will publish. Okay, so I finished publishing it. So I'll click on my demo. Hi, welcome. Hello. They said introduce your agent. Conversation start. So we can use, okay, we can use the hello. Hi. Right. So to be able to use this chatbot, I would have to copy this URL. So assuming I have a website, I'll just copy this URL and then open a new window or new tab, and then so you see, we have gotten a customer care bot in here, and we can ask it a question. Hello, I need information on panoramic synergy. And it gives you back that information. So this is it, and it has the chatbot or the agent has been able to retrieve that information for me. So panoramic synergy is information has been given to me, and I can use this in my website, or in here we can see that the channels we can use it in you can use it in your Teams, you can use it in your native apps, for Facebook, for Skype, for your Telegram, all these channels you can use it, you can export it and use it. So this is the end of the class. I'd like to know if anyone has any questions or anything else. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, Richard, you can kindly go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. And
Good
to our
afternoon.
trainer, thank you so much for this amazing session. I've really learned a lot about co-pilots. And it is so fascinating and intriguing, all the things you've taught us. It opened my eyes to a lot of possibility. So in short, I see co-pilot like a personal assistant, if I'm not mistaken. So my question is, from when you started, from the introduction, you said that Copilot can help us to translate. Like, I'm
Yeah.
much more interested in the translation part now. So for instance, if I, like a language person, maybe I
Mm.
have text, maybe not necessarily mails now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to translate those texts into several languages.
Mm-hmm.
Does it mean that Copilot can help me to do that without even making mistake like grammatical blunders? Like me, I'm a language person, so I interface or interfere with languages, separate languages. So does it mean if I make use of Copilot, it will give me like 100% accuracy? That's the question. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Richard, for your question. I wanted to say that with artificial intelligence, right, it's not always that it's the name is artificial, so it wouldn't sometimes it would give you a bit of mistakes, but with the translation, it can give you a basic translation of what you need, because some words in some languages can mean two different things, and it can be able to give you, okay, maybe you want to translate it to French and you want to use a word, but the word has two different meanings in French, can give you. So sometimes this can offer mistakes, but it can also give you that translation that you need. So once you get that, you can verify it whether on Google Translate to see that, okay, the translation I have is accurate. What I have is not accurate. So you can verify that with maybe Google Translate, and that would be able to give you what you need. So it's not really 100% like say accurate, but you can have sometimes what you want is what you get, but it can give you sometimes mistakes as well. So that is it. Thank you. Does anyone else have any question? Okay, someone says, is there any possibility of rewatching the recorded class for practice purpose? So, I
Yes,
don't.
yes, it will definitely be available.
Okay.
It will
So,
definitely be available.
okay. So, Mr.
Please,
Global
can we
says,
get the link to the Telegram channel so that we'll be able to access it? For some of us that are not on
Oh,
it.
all right.
Thank
I'll send the link to the Telegram channel now to the chat box. So give me a minute while I do that. You see it on the Telegram chat on the chat box right now.
All right, Damola. So, in addition to what you just said, I want to crave the indulgence to everyone who are on this call. This AI program happens every Friday, once a month. That's the last Friday of every month. Okay, so the reason I'm speaking now is regarding our registration fee. So if you're on the call and you are yet to make your registration fee for this course, please, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. Okay? Because the registration fee is 10,000 naira, and at the end of this very program, you will also have to pay for your certificate. So I just want you to have this at the back of your minds. Thank you so much for your time. All right, Damola, over to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mercy. Thank you very much for that. So there's one other thing would like us to talk about. But first of all, so it has been an amazing session. I know everyone here will have learned a lot in today's class concerning co-pilots, most importantly. So thank you for coming to the class. Can you kindly give a round of applause or show appreciation to our trainer for today? Just give me a second. I'm still trying to send the Telegram link. My network is just a bit slow. So,
all right, Damola, while you are at that, good afternoon, everyone. Elizabeth, I want to especially thank you for being able to take this class today despite your health today. Thank you very much. I mean, it's not been an easy one on you. I've been observing that, but you were able to drive us through to the end of the class. So thank you very much. We appreciate that. And thank you everyone for paying attention. And I believe you all got value for your time. And we hope that you will turn up in class next month for the next class. So thank you very much. And please let's put a round of applause in the chat room. I only see Richard doing that. If you're appreciative of today's class and the delivery, please put your round of applause or your words of appreciation in the chat room towards our trainers today. Yeah, thank you as you have it coming. Damola, please take over now.
All right, thank you, Ms. Edith, for that. So I would like you to join us. There's our GM, Ms. Edith of Transformation College, is going to be one of the panelists for a webinar tomorrow. I would like you all to join us. Join us. Let's know what is happening, because the
Damola, it's
title
today.
is.
It's today, and can you pull up the flyer?
Okay, I'm doing that right now.
So I'm inviting every one of you to X Space today. I will be representing Transformation College, and I'm especially inviting every one of you to join us on that space as we discuss very important topic that would interest you as well. And I believe you might have one or two things to say to add to whatever conversation we'll be having. And the topic is raising the workforce of tomorrow, the role we play as a society. So I'm inviting every one of you, bring on the Transformation College energy to X or Twitter space, and let's deliberate on this. And I will be blowing the trumpet of Transformation College, what we're doing and what we are yet to do to help raise the workforce of tomorrow. So please join us on Twitter or X space today by 6 p.m. Damola shared the link in the chat room, and he would also share that in the Telegram group. In the Telegram group, so you can all click and join the X space by 6 p.m. Yeah, that's it. So I've just dropped the link in the chat room to the X space, so you can save that link and save the time as well. Okay, Damola, I see the flyer in the chat room. That's good. So please join me as we deliberate and discuss on this topic. All right. So I think that will be all. Damola, Mercy, is there any other thing to say?
I think that will be all too. So thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, please, before we go, I have a question about the webinar. Is it going to be on Zoom or X?
Okay, this is not a webinar. It's X space conversation. It's just the normal space conversation on X.
Okay.
So it's not a webinar. So all you just need to do is join the conversation. I will be speaking alongside with other panelists, and then the floor will be made open to any other person to maybe ask questions or give contributions, what you think about the topic or what you wish to contribute to the conversation.
Okay, thank you so much for the clarification.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. So hope you have a very lovely weekend. Thank God it's Friday. Enjoy your Friday very well. And for the Muslim, Barakat Jumat. All right, good. Have a good one.